Good morning and welcome to the Mike Show for Tuesday, July 14, 2026. 76 degrees at 7:02 a.m. and I am your host, Vakamal, and I'm a sinner. And I am powerless and my life is unmanageable. Humility and gratitude are the keys to life. It's always today, it's always now. My life is not my own. My will not be done. There's no reality but God. And the only thing we have to do is die. So, how are we going to live today? And I hope and pray I can live from my heart a life based on faith and not fear. Oh boy. It's another very warm day. Warm summer day here in this bucolic Dorf I call home. And I did not get very much sleep. What's new though? It doesn't matter if it's summer, winter, spring, fall, whatever. It is what it is. But last night I had a lot of help not getting any sleep. I was sleeping on Audie's bed in the living room. Fell asleep watching one of Clint Eastwood's spaghetti westerns, I think for a few dollars more was the one we watched. And I kept getting company. Elsie kept jumping up and down on the bed. And the girls did too. It was like they wanted me to stay up all night or something. Look at that beautiful girl. 18 years old. Can you believe that? The Beba girls are doing a pretty good job of sticking around. Coke did run across the street, but the harnesses seem to be having our desired effect on keeping them here. They don't like being tied up to the rope. And I did that to them on Sunday when they first got them, and they think they're tied up when they're in the harness, and that's what I wanted to happen. But I gotta go chase Coke down because she still don't get the concept about staying here in the backyard. She's gotta go. I don't know why. And there goes Gracie over to Mrs. Smith's. But it's not as frustrating as it has been, so I guess we gotta take a partial victory on that one. And we'll regroup to fight another battle. I'm drinking a nice coffee. I didn't piss around this morning. Normally I just make a 16-ounce jar. That one's like a 24. Some espresso, some ice, some sugar in the raw, and dollop of heavy whipping cream, a splash, a glug, whatever you want to call it. Look at else. Their jungle is growing. They got jungles around all the trees. Every time I've been mowing the lawn lately, I've been leaving the areas around the trees to grow tall, and then this area we're going to let grow tall too. There is a border around it. There's like 2 rows between the edge there and the tree, and that goes all the way around. So once this gets all tall, they'll have lots of insects to hunt. But I gotta go find Coke. Welcome back, and I don't really mean that. I didn't mean it when I said good morning. Well, there's 2 squirrels in the road. Well, now 1. And Coke, they caught Coke's attention, and there she goes. And if a car was coming, she'd get whacked. Why do I do this? Oh, we could still smell the linden tree. It's on its last legs as far as giving us a nice sweet scent. Oh, nature's healing power. And as the flowers go, so go the days of summer. Once the 4th of July hits around here, Independence Day, the time just seems to go faster and faster. Anyway, Yesterday's thumbnail was a shot of Gabby when he was a little boy. And there's that Mackie. Gabby was Mackie's brother. Oh, I gotta go get Coke. Maybe we're gonna have to put her on the rope to teach her a lesson. Well, we are back inside. That little experiment didn't last too long. The girls and Max are having a treat. Ruthie, I don't know where Ruthie is. We got Coke and Gracie and Max there. The princess is still outside. But anyway, the cats don't understand why they can't go roaming everywhere, and I can't understand why they can't just stay in our yard, because most everything they're after is right in our yard. And I try to tell them about the Wizard of Oz and Dorothy. Everything you wanted was right at home. Click your heels. No, because it's a tough world out there. And I mentioned Gavin, and Gavin was the thumbnail, and he was probably deliberately killed by someone that lives around the corner down the block when he disappeared in May of 2012. A couple days later, I was volunteering at the soup kitchen then, and someone that's a cat herder like me that takes care of the strays in the neighborhood told me that her neighbor across the street killed a cat. And I think it was Gavin. Just to kill it, and he wasn't doing nothing wrong. And Max's other brother, Mikey, got ran over out in the street. And Chloe disappeared and probably got killed by a coyote. So, as much as I'd like for them to be able to wander around out there, they just can't seem to stay in this yard. And I can't take the heartache. I don't want them to get hurt. It's all about them, and I don't want them to get hurt. Max is pretty good about sticking around. So is Elsie, She used to do her bit of wandering, but anyway, I just can't deal with it. I like being able to sit out and have a nice cup of coffee and watch the morning develop. When they're all running in a different direction, I can't do that. There's no peace in it, and I'm just stressed to the max. Up until a few years ago, for the most part, I did. I'd open that door, let them out, make my coffee, empty noogie boxes, go out, get my binky, set it down out there, take my meditation books out, sit down and have a cup of coffee, start saying prayers and reading meditations, and the cats would come back and sit on the blanket with me and stay right in view in our yard. And these young ones don't do that. They just can't stick around. Hey, Cokie. And it's too hot for them out there, too. Hey, Coke. Hey, Cokie. And there's Uncle Max. The only way you're going to be able to stay outside, Coke, is on the rope, and you don't like that. You'll get hurt. So anyway, we had a pretty good day yesterday. It was hot. It got up to be 93 degrees at the hottest point, and that was earlier in the afternoon. It cooled down to the low to mid 80s for most of the rest of the day and evening. I got a kettlebell workout in. Well, I'm hard pressed to remember. I think I made egg salad. So I'd cooked some eggs the day before. Took a bike ride to the library to return a book and picked up another one by James Lee Burke. I've been reading for months now. I've mostly been reading his novels. I had a break with the Jim Butcher, Harry Dresden series, that short story collection. Oh boy, what else did we do yesterday, Max? Did some vacuuming around here. But it was just hot, so we tried to drink a lot of cool fluids and drink cool thoughts. And then around late in the afternoon, early evening, we did go outside. The girls were real good about sticking around for the most part. They weren't doing too bad anyway. I wasn't stressed out about where they were going because they were staying within view, and it's pretty much staying in our yard. But I ended up driving down to Thompson Beach and taking a swim. I think that was about 7:45, and it was nice. But I'll tell you, it was so warm yesterday in the lake. The thing about swimming in Thunder Bay and in Lake Huron is on these hot days, it's so refreshing. The inland lakes, like Long Lake, north of town, where my niece's place is, it's like going in a bathtub. It's fun to swim, but it's not cool and refreshing. And that was kind of the way Thompson Beach was yesterday. I had to swim out quite a ways before the water was cool. And normally that's what I do. I swim out till it's over my head and then just kind of float around out there and then swim all the way back to shore. So there were quite a few people going swimming when I was getting out of the water. There were only a couple people there. During the day it was really busy, but yeah, there were a lot of people going for a sundown swim last night. Oh, and on the way home I saw my cousin Hugh was out, so I stopped and talked to him. He sails on the Lake Freighters. He said he'd be home for a couple more days and he'd be heading out. So we're going to take another little break. And I just might as well spit this out there too while I remembered. I did go to Aldi later in the afternoon because I was going to have that egg salad for dinner last night, but I got a taste for a hamburger, so I went to Aldi and got some burger. So with that, we're going to take a little break. The princess is out there, or was out there. Yeah, come on in, baby girl. Come on, princess. Come on, get a treat, else. There is a nice breeze, and we are expecting a high of 94 today. In the news, it started in southeast Michigan, and it's spreading to a lot of states as a nasty infection, or not. Basically, it's just serious diarrhea from unclean produce, and it's spreading all over the country. And I think I mentioned it was a bacteria the other day. It's not a bacteria, it's some kind of parasite. And they still haven't traced the source of it, other than knowing that it's in, they've got it narrowed down to salad kits, pre-cut lettuce and things like that, raspberries. I think arugula was one of the items. Was it fresh basil? But I'm really surprised because I know it first started popping up here in the middle of the June, or maybe the third week of June. So it's been about a month. It's going on 4 weeks anyway, and I would figure by now they would have tracked down the source. I mean, they know what it is, but I mean where it's coming from. And I hate to say this, but is it someone deliberately doing it somewhere at a food processing plant? Because in this day and age, that's not beyond the realm of possibilities. So, I think after we finish our coffee and shave and get cleaned up, we're going to hop in the truck and take a ride over to Alanson to see Cousin Paul. Take him some things we ordered for him. Look at Ruthie going up top. Mackie getting a drinky. They've been playing in their box. They love that box of packing paper, and they go bury themselves in it and hide in it. There's that Ruthie up top. We'll get the princess in here. You just don't understand, do you? And there's Gracie. There's that beautiful Gracie. So, from the cold gray ashes and coals of my cold black heart, my broken, beaten, battered, bruised, bloody, burdened, empty, hollow, cracked, shattered, hopeless, forsaken, forlorn, bitter, angry, tired, resentful, twisted, convoluted, confused, grieving, happy, and grateful soul, piss off, happy, terrific Tuesday, and thanks for not tuning in.